the unexpected side effects of becoming a more positive person. Hi, my name's Leah H. Chantel. Don't forget to hit subscribe and the notification bell to get updates of when I'm uploading new video advice. Also, feel free to check out my self-love group on Facebook, Leah Self-Love, because there you're going to find an intimate community of nice people you can talk to and share advice with. There's also some beautiful quotes from books that I post there, as well as more video tips and updates and advice that I provide to that group privately. I also upload videos on TikTok and LinkedIn, so definitely feel free to tune in for that. And today I'm going to talk about the unexpected side effects of becoming a more positive person, or raising your vibration and becoming a more spiritual person. But that's a lot more of a mouthful to say, so I just left it at positive. So what happens when you become a more spiritual person, you become more open to spiritual topics? There are a few things, but before I get into that, I want to give you a couple of tips to prevent any of these things that I'm going to talk about from coming up in the first place. So the number one thing is, if you're interested in positivity and raising your vibration and spiritual topics, the number one piece of advice I can give you is to develop a daily meditation practice every 24 hours. That right there is going to stop a lot of negativity and stuff coming into your life that otherwise might come through chaos in your life or whatever. That's number one. Number two is to develop an exercise routine. And actually, this might even be just as important, if not more important, than number one. It kind of depends on who you are as a person. Some people need the meditation more badly, and some people need the exercise more badly. I actually caught on to meditation from a young age and how important it was. But the thing that I didn't pick up on right away in my life that ended up becoming a big pain point for me was the exercise. So at some points in my life, my meditation was super strong earlier in my life. And then at other points of my life, I actually developed more of my exercise routine, and I left the meditation practice temporarily. But I've actually brought both of them back into my life full steam, because I realized both of them are extremely important. Which one is more important? I would say the one that you're weaker at. So if you're not so good at meditation, but you're really fit, then meditation's the number one thing you should implement. If you're really good at meditation, but you're out of shape physically, then work on your exercise more. And ideally do both every single day, as often as you can. And that will prevent a lot of stuff from coming up in your life. Now, having said that, even if you do both, sometimes when you become a more positive person, there are some side effects that come up from that you just kind of have to deal with. And if you're lucky, maybe you don't have to deal with it. And number one, I would say, is that your relationships around you may change, because some of your friendships may fall away when you become a more positive person, even if you're just positive and it's not necessarily spiritually oriented. The people who like to complain may fall away from your life, and that can be quite dramatic and shocking. Sometimes if you've been leading a really negative life, all of your friends and family could fall away. It's possible. I've seen it happen. But then there are other people who decide to focus on positivity more, and they don't really have any problems. They don't have anybody really falling away, because they already developed those positive friendships to begin with. And then there's all kinds of levels in between. So if that happens, just be aware that that's something that does happen sometimes when you're developing your positive mindset, and that it's worth it. Definitely keep going, and don't be discouraged by any of that happening. The number two thing, and this happens a lot with spiritually oriented people who are not exercising, is your health can really take a downturn. If you focus too much on spirituality and not on your health, you're obviously going to experience a lot of physical discomfort in your body. As you become more conscious and aware and more mindful, you're going to start realizing that your body probably needs more sleep, that your body probably needs healthier food, and also that you're not exercising enough. And you may even get a physical ailment if you're not careful, because your body's waking up and becoming aware that, hey, I'm not being taken care of, and therefore I don't want to work for you anymore, you nasty boss, which is your mind. So yeah, your body can rebel sometimes. So that's why it's so important to exercise and develop an exercise routine. And I go to the gym quite regularly. But you know what's interesting, and this is going to lead into number 3. Another thing that becomes a problem sometimes when you raise your consciousness and your vibration is you start becoming really uncomfortable in crowds of people. And that's something I'm dealing with going out to the gym and working out. And even before, when I was traveling a lot, before COVID, on planes and stuff, when you're awakening your consciousness and you're tuning into yourself, you also start becoming very tuned into other people, and you can feel the energy and emotions around you from others, and you can kind of tune into what they're feeling. And so sometimes being in crowds and being in public places can be really hard. Actually, a huge blessing for me from the pandemic is just being able to be at home a lot more and be in my own energy and recharge. That's been an amazing, amazing gift from the pandemic, although there's been a lot of struggles and challenges too. But I realized that that's actually quite a good thing that I'm experiencing now, and that I want to live in more calm and quiet environments, and that's something that's very important to me. So those are 3 common side effects. First of all, your friends and family group may change. Secondly, your physical health can change. Number 3, your sense of energy and being in crowds can feel very different. And then I'm going to go on to number 4. If there's some area of your life that you haven't been dealing with when you were living more unconsciously, and it could be anything, it could be a romantic relationship, it could be finances you haven't dealt with, it could be a nasty boss you haven't dealt with. Whatever you haven't dealt with in your life will really get into your face when you become more conscious and awake, and you're going to have to deal with that stuff. You just have to find solutions for that, because you won't be able to ignore it anymore. So if there's something nasty in your life that you've kind of successfully ignored or put into your unconscious, it will come out of the closet and it will be there for you to deal with. These things might not sound very fun, but trust me, you're going to actually develop a much better life, and these challenges are worth it. So definitely keep working and keep journaling on being a positive person. I'm being a big advocate today on journaling, and that would be another tool aside from meditation and working out that will help you process a lot of these emotions and a lot of these changes that could be going on in your life. If you like this video, don't forget to hit like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to receive even more video tips from me. And I look forward to talking to you. And if you have any other suggestions on how to deal with changes in your life after you become a positive person, definitely leave them. Or if you've had different challenges that you feel comfortable sharing that I haven't mentioned in this video, definitely share those as well. That would be really cool to know. And I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Take care. Bye now.